You know what? I can't decide whether I'm cold or hot today. I've had my cardigan on and off. For now, let's just leave it on. Right, what a rambling start. If you are interested in learning about how you are magic, how you have the capacity to be the magician of your own life, that's what I'm going to talk about today. So stick around and I'll get into it. So hello, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hi, I'm glad that you made it. I am Jane. I talk about all things manifestation, mindset and magic is what we're going to cover today. So you truly do have the power to be a magician of your own life. You are magic. You are totally magical beings. And the more of us waking up to this ability to being magic and not living in our ego and not living in fear and not living in critical sort of chatter and all of that, the more of us that wake up to the fact that we're magic, the more we are going to change the world. And I guess what I really want to say is you really do have the capacity to work magic in your life, and that's why I'm saying that you can be a magician, because everything is energy, as you've heard me say before, and we can use energy, we can use our own energy and our own vibration and our own power to change literally everything. You see, the problem is that in school, prior to school, we are young kids, right? And we believe there's magic everywhere. We believe that the world is a magical place. We believe in fairies. We believe in make-believe. We believe in Father Christmas. We believe in the Easter Bunny. We literally believe that the world is our oyster and we can achieve or do anything, because in our minds, in our imagination, in our playfulness, we're literally like, we can do it all. There's no fear, literally no fear, because we haven't been touched by life at that point. And slowly, as we go through school and as we get into adulthood, we go through teen years, we go through our angsty type of years, that magic gets quelled. We get taught that we have to work for stuff, that we shouldn't daydream, that we shouldn't believe in the magic, the fairies, Father Christmas, all of those things. We get taught that we've been lied to by our parents who've told us this magic is real. We get taught all of that stuff, and we get taught gradually, bit by bit by bit by bit, to get rid of the magic and to live in a fear-based state. And that's when we start to let the criticism come in. We start to see the world with different eyes. We've been in this magical place as a child where everything is just wonder, like literal wonder. And then we get taught that that's not true, that we've been lied to, that we have to start being serious now, that we have to grow up, that we have to take on these responsibilities, that we have to change the way we see things. And then we get into this kind of fear-based state, because then we realize that there's more to our lives than this wonder. There are things that we have to do, there are decisions we have to make, there are stresses that we come under. The more we grow up, the more we then start to go, oh my God, now I need to make money, now I need to pay this bill, what am I going to do for work, how am I going to do this boy doesn't like me, I don't look very good anymore, why is this person being horrible to me? And all those critical bullying things start to enter our energy field, and we quash the magic. We quash the magic and we choose to see fear, and we choose to see critical stuff, and we choose to see the world as a much more negative place. Not all the time, but the majority of our mind, then the conscious thoughts then become, I can't do it, I'm not successful, I'm not good enough, I don't look like that person, I haven't got the perfect figure, I haven't got the perfect face. I haven't got this qualification. I can't do this thing. I'm not, the magical being that I thought I was in childhood that literally can do everything. And so then we start to focus on that. And by focusing on that, our mind shows us more of it. Because what we focus on, we attract. We know this. If you've been around my teachings, my energy before, you know that I've said that what we focus on is what we attract into our lives. And when we are focusing on that stuff and we're not focusing on the fact that we can create magic, we don't see that. And so our conscious mind starts running the show. And the more we focus on, I haven't got enough money, I haven't got the right house, I haven't got the right job, I'm not successful, I don't have the right car, I don't have the right clothes, I don't have the right figure. The more we start to focus on that stuff, the more our reticular activating system in our brain is going to go out and find us more things to prove us right. Because our brains want to keep us safe. Now, I've said this before, they don't care whether we're happy. They don't care whether the things they're showing us are making us feel good. All it wants to do is make us right and keep us safe. So it keeps us stuck in the fear. It keeps us stuck seeing the things that we don't want to see. And so the key to the magic, to being the magician, to getting back to that place, is to start to shift your attention. And when you start to consciously, mindfully shift your attention from, I'm not successful, I'm not good enough, I don't look like her, I don't have that figure, I don't have that thing, I don't have the money in the bank that I want, and all of that, I didn't get the right exam results, all of that stuff that starts to play. And when we start to shift away from that and shift back into the now, the moment is now, right? Our past is gone, our future isn't here yet, we are in the now. And so we need to shift our attention to the minute, the being that is right now, because that's all we have in this moment. So we need to start living in the now, and we need to start going, right now, I'm going to shift my attention to good. Right now, I'm going to shift my attention to looking for this, to prove that I have this. So if you want more money, for example, you have to stop focusing on the lack of money, on the lack of zeros in your bank account, or on the bills. You get a bill and it's like, oh my God, I've got another bill, I don't have the money to pay this. So you're focused on, I don't have the money to pay this. So you're going to attract more bills, more debt, more of that. If you start focusing on, I'm so grateful that I have the amount of money that I have in my bank account to pay this bill, don't see what comes after that. Just focus on the now. By shifting your attention away from the lack and focusing on being grateful for the now. I'm so grateful for my credit card bill because of all the wonderful things that it allowed me to buy this month. I'm so grateful for my electrical bill because without that bill, without having that electric, I wouldn't have internet. I wouldn't be able to cook. I wouldn't have lights in my house. I potentially wouldn't have warmth if you've got a heat pump, an electrical source of heating. I'm so grateful for that shopping bill, for the money I've had to pay, because without it, I wouldn't have this food. And without that food, I wouldn't be able to feed my family, and I wouldn't be able to keep my kids in meals, and I wouldn't be able to live because I wouldn't have that. So you have to focus away from the, oh my God, I've got to pay this bill, to what did that money, what did that bill mean for you? What can you see in that you can be grateful for? And shift your focus to that. Shift your focus to the good. Shift your focus to the now, to the life that you want to live. Choose positive always. The more you do this, the more you shift away from the negative and choose to see the positive in the things that are even perceived as not that good, the more your reticular activating system then says, so we're grateful for this. So I'm going to show you more things to be grateful for. So I'm going to show you more things that are going to prove you right in this instance. So then you start to become aligned with a better energy, which proves that you can be the magician, because you can choose. At any moment, you can choose to step away from the negative and step in to the positive, which gives you total control over your life. If you can start to pick up on when you're getting out of alignment, ask yourself, whenever you notice yourself being critical, whenever you notice yourself going back into those old patterns of I haven't got enough, I'm not this, I'm not that, ask yourself, is what I'm focusing on right now serving my better good? Is what I'm focusing on right now serving me? Is what I'm focusing on right now being helpful in my now? Or is it taking me out of alignment? And choose again. So the trick in all of this, the magic in all of this, is that you have the choice in any given moment. And the more you train your mind to look for the good, to look for the positive, and to step away from the negative, the more you will see the positive, just purely because that's what your reticular activating system shows you. So the more you can become mindful of where you're not in alignment, and you can bring yourself back to the now and change your thoughts, the more good you get shown. And that is the magic, because once you focus on the good, you'll get more and more and more and more of the good, because that's how our brains work. So we have the power. We have the power. Don't focus on what's gone. Don't focus on what's coming. Be in the now and change that, because that's all we have in this moment. That's all we have right now. You can dream about your future and it can be amazing. Put your past aside, but be mindful now. Change the now, and you can literally rewire the neural pathways in your brain. That's the magic. You are the magician. You have total control. You just need to take that control back, take it away from this. Be the magic. Go back to believing that anything is possible. And it is. It literally is. If you can just change the thought patterns. It's all you need to do. That makes you magic. That is what I wanted to say today. So, look for positive, live in the now, ask yourself, where is this not serving me? What is this thought doing? Is it helping me? No, it's not. So shelve it, stop it, choose again. Choose again, and you can create magic. Okay, that's it for me for this week. I'll be back next week with some more. But as always, please like, please subscribe, join my free Facebook group. And the link is always below. I spend a lot of time over there, and I love the community that I'm building there. So join, because it's a nice place to be. And whenever you're feeling a bit down, it will uplift you, I promise, because nothing over there is negative. So you can't, if you're in my positive energy, it's going to rub off. It's going to rub off on you. So watch these videos, join the Facebook group, and I will change your life with goodness, with positive energy, because that's what it's about. All right, I'll see you next week. Bye.